Was out there.
And if that wasn't enough, next we have an important topic that I think you'll all relate to, and that is insects and what to do about them.
Thanks, Harry.
I was attacked by mites in my own house, and I was alone, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I could not get rid of the mites for 10 weeks. And mites are carried in 2 different ways, I've found out, in Los Angeles, through all these doctors that had to look at these mites, because they couldn't figure out what was going on for 10 weeks. It took these doctors to find out why I looked like a battered woman. And mice are very, very teeny tiny, and they look like pieces of dust. So if you're dusting your house and you see dust that's jumping dust, it's not dust, it's really mites. And mites are carried by rats, and there are rat problems no, we're not in New York, we're in LA, and we're not supposed to talk about it, we don't see them, but there are little rats running around. And also, mites can be tree mites. They can live on the trees, and there are lots of trees in LA, and if the trees are brushing against the house, they can come into your apartment. And anyway, this is what happened. I started getting all these bad allergic reactions, and it was going all over my body, and I couldn't sleep at night, and I went to the doctor, and they couldn't figure out what it was. So of course they put all these chemicals into my body, and I just lived in these oatmeal baths all day. That's all I could do is bathe in oatmeal, oatmeal, oatmeal. And I don't know whether you know what it's like to bathe in oatmeal, but it's not too much fun. It's not like taking a bubble bath with someone. It's boring, and you come out and you're all filled with this oatmeal, and you know, it does help calm it down a little bit. But anyway, what it turned out is that I was allergic to these mites, and I was getting these allergic reactions from the mites, and they couldn't figure out what the allergic reaction was from, and they kept on asking me if I got all these new things in my house, and I didn't get all these new things in my house. Nothing was new, nothing. And finally, they calmed the allergic reaction down enough to find these little bites, and they were the mite bites. And if you are getting bitten in your house and you know that it's not flea bites, it's mite bites, and all I can say is get to the doctor right away and tell them, because it can really be very bothersome and very annoying, and you don't sleep at night. And I spent 10 weeks like this, and it's just really, really yucky.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Man, I feel a breeze, don't you?
What were you doing?
Oh man, can I bum a smoke?
What makes you think I have a cigarette?
I wasn't doing anything, man. I just want to sit down on the park bench. You know, you got a problem with that?
No. You want a cigarette?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
What's my brand? Well, you know, I mean, it's one I smoke.
Well, here you go. Knock your lungs out.
Get a light?
Afraid not.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think someone over there might have a light.
Oh, man. Damn.
Something in your shoes?
Walk down that path near the paddle boats, you know? Damn. They wouldn't let me ride a paddle boat alone. I don't know. They only let... I broke my cigarette. I can smoke without a filter, but...
Here.
Thanks, man.
You know, it's not like I'm made out of money or something.
Thanks a lot. You don't have light this time, huh?
No, not this time either, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So everybody's couples, you know, couples everywhere in this park.
It's a park.
You're just kind of weird.
Weird?
Well, I mean, no, you look good. You look good.
I host a television show. I'm supposed to dress like this, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
What do you do?
What show is that? I'm self-employed.
What do you do?
I I pack jewelry for royalty of other countries and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not bad. I mean, I get a good commission off that, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, but
well, if you'll excuse me, you know, I was up late in the editing room last night. I
go
got
back to sleep.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Well, sleep nice, man.
And now, our next guest.
Our next topic is celebrity encounters.
I have a story that... Can I not say his name? Can I?
Please, go on.
A couple weeks ago, I was in the form of a cafe, a bar in Hollywood, and I was sitting there and I was having a Perrier at the bar. I was just killing time because I live at the beach, and I had another appointment in the area. So this guy was sitting next to me, and he looked a little bit familiar, and so I didn't know, who he was, but he looked familiar. So we were talking as people at a bar will do, and so he introduced himself, gave me his name, which I can't say, but he's a prominent attorney. And I knew that, even though he didn't say it, I knew it because I knew him from the papers. So his name is Marv. He asked me to call him. So we were talking for the longest time. He was a really nice guy. And he's now, what's so interesting is I think this is a great story, is because he himself is a great story, because he's this wild divorce lawyer. And he's represented so many famous people that I can't name them. But famous people all over the place. And at one time, he argued a case in front of the Supreme Court of the United States. And it was so interesting to me to meet this guy. I don't know if you remember the book Gideon's Trumpet, but it's about this man who keeps getting, I don't know if I can say it. I did say it, but I won't say it again. And this guy who keeps getting, he's not given an appeal, okay? He's not given an appeal, and they won't give him a lawyer for that appeal because he was already convicted. And anyhow, this lawyer that I met had another case that was similar to it, and he was representing this guy who was up for murder, but because he was stealing from crap tables in the I think the 50s, 60s, early 60s, and there was a shot, and this other guy, the policeman, was killed, and it came from his partner, but they said it was him too who fired at the policeman, and this guy Marv got this guy off because he actually, the guy who got off, got shot in the rear, and so Marv said, how could he do it if he's bent over from hiding?
Could you tell me some more?
Now he's a hustling divorce lawyer, but at one time he was a very gallant woman.
And now, back to you, Harry.
Chuck?
Thanks, Harry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my good friend, actor Bart Redhart.
Is that the setup for my clip?
Yes, roll it. That was nice. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, it's called Subtle Citizen, and it's due out this summer.
You star, of course.
Yes, that was me in the clip. I play an astral projection.
Totally convincing. How do you do it?
Well, of course, the first thing I did was I called Bobby. And he said,
Bart, you need to become invisible.
He talks like that?
he's preparing for his next role. He plays Lovey in Island 2000. It's an action-adventure set in the future.
Well, Bart, thanks for floating by. Well, I guess that's about all we have time for on this show. Hope you've enjoyed the Leisure Club All Talk Show. I'm Chuck Brad.
I'm Harry Mylar.
Good night. See you later.